Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to excuse me, Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Friday the 23rd of April 2021. Another week has flown by. It doesn't time fly. I see in the news that Joe Biden has promised to halve US emissions. That's great, of course. Promises are great. What we want is some legally binding action, some contracts that countries can't pull out of, just in case another Trump comes along or climate denier or somebody comes along and pulls not just America but other countries as well out of agreements like this. We need countries to face penalties if they do pull out of agreements like this. Particularly we need China and India to come on board with greater reductions as well, since their emissions are rising, and Greta Thunberg has noted the anomaly of giving so much money in subsidies to the fossil fuel industry. It's all about money, isn't it, really? Let's face it. Okay, so today's Guardian Sudoku is listed as hard. I'm fortified, I'm armed with a cup of strong coffee here. I'm not sure if I'm going to need it, but if you hear any chinking sound or clinking sound, that's me with my coffee. And I'll try not to slurp it for you. Okay, so how do we play Sudoku? Well, we can see a large grid here if you're a beginner. There are 9 squares this way, 9 squares this way, so that means there are 81. But don't worry, you don't need to be good at maths to play Sudoku. It's a game of logic. All you have to do is place the numbers 1 to 9 in each of the rows, and 1 to 9 in each of the columns, and 1 to 9 in each of these boxes. And since there are only 9 in any of those, the number can be placed only one time. What does that mean? It means when we see a 6 in this row like this, we know that 6 cannot appear again anywhere else. And in particular, if we think about this box over here, which doesn't yet have a 6, 6 is blocked from these 3 squares, and this 6 blocks this square and this square from being a 6, and 6 up here. So a kind of blocking pattern, blocked, blocked, and blocked, gives us a 6 in this location here, right? That's a funny looking 6 to begin with, never mind. And we can do stuff like that all around the grid. And what I generally do is look for the easy ones first to get things out of the way. So 9 blocking here, 9 blocking here, 9 down here, 9 down here, gives us a 9 in this position here. So that's our first couple of numbers, and hopefully those are the easy ones. I see a 3 in this column here, 3 in this column here, and a 3 in this row here. So blocking, you know, if we're targeting this segment down here, blocked, blocked, and blocked. So a 3 has to appear here, like so. There we go. Right, so as I said, generally just looking around for the easiest numbers first, so we can spend more time later on any difficult problems associated with logic or whatever, if there are any. To be honest with you, in the Guardians puzzles, you don't normally need that many. Ooh, that is strong coffee. Okay. Right, I see a 4 in this column here, and a 4 in this column here, and a 4 across the top row. So that's the only space where a 4 can go. And now that we've got that, bring this 4 across here and this 4 across this row. That means that's a 4 there, isn't it? What's missing along here? Anything useful? 1. So 2, 3, 4. 2 we have already. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7, 8, 9 are missing. Okay, 9 is blocking this square here, and this 9 is blocking this square here, so that's a 9 there. So 7 and 8 left to get, but we can't tell which is which at this point, so we shall just ignore that. Okay, so let me just check. Yep, okay. This square is a 9. I'll give you 5 seconds to spot why. Look at intersecting 9s and think about this square here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time's up. Okay, this 9 here blocks this square here. This 9 here blocks this square here. This 9 blocks that square. 9 blocks this square and 9 blocks this square. Or if you prefer, this 9 in this box blocks both of those squares. So there's only one place in this whole row that is not seeing a 9. We generally use the word see, which means, you know, is in the same row, the same box, or the same column. Okay. This 4 in this column, 4 in this column, 4 in this row gives us a 4 down here now. And of course we bring that 4 across this row, this 4 across this row, giving us a 4 up here. And that means the 4 has got to be here, doesn't it? 4 down this column, 4 down this column. There's only one space left there. Is that the end of the 4s? Yes, may the 4s be with you. We've finished number 4. I really hope that's not too loud. My coffee, I mean. Is that the... Have we now completed all of the easy stuff, I wonder? What's missing from here? 1 is missing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 and 9. Oh, we have a 9. No, we can't tell. 1 is either one of these two, but that's not going to do much for us, because we can't tell about the remaining 8 or 9 really at this stage. This is the only 8 in the whole puzzle, so 8's going to be our problem child today, I think. Alright, I'm gonna try and look through the numbers now and see. Nothing else is really popping up at me. You know, I generally let the numbers speak to me. Does that sound pompous? Well, maybe it is, but I think it does happen. You know, I think just the volume or the way that the numbers are laid out. If you play Sudoku often enough, they just tend to jump up at you. You just see the patterns without really concentrating. You know, that's what I find anyway. And that's probably because I've played the game for many years now, on and off, of course, not solidly. So let's see. Okay, if I'm looking at ones, I know you've got a pair of ones here. It's going to give us a pair of ones down here, ones down here. Over here we don't know yet, nothing to prove there, nothing can be proved there yet. With 2s, we've got 2s as a pair here, and a pair here. Okay, so 1 and 2 are pairs in these 2 squares here. We've got 1 and 2 blocking these 2 squares, and we don't have 1 and 2 here, so 1 and 2 have to be in these 2 locations. Let's see if that helps us any. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have 5, 6, 7. So 5 and 8 have to appear here and here. 5 and 8. Is that going to help us any? Well, not down here, but 5 will be blocking up here, and 5 will be blocking up here, right? And 5 will be blocking here. So we can, in fact, fix that as a 5. Is that right? This is 1 or 2 in these 2 squares. This has to be 5 or 8, right? So there we go. I think I'm going to be filling in candidates today, so I'm going to put them in now. 1, 2, 1, 2 here, and 5, 8, 5, 8 here, just to remind ourselves. And let's see what's missing in this column, just in case it helps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is missing, 7 is missing, 8, 9 we have. Right, 6 is already in this box here, so that's got to be a 6 there, hasn't it? And this will have to be a 7 now. Okay. Now that we have a 7 here, 7 blocking here, 7 in this column, so that's a 7 here. The last number here was an 8, our mysterious 8 today. Okay, there it goes. 7 now blocking along this row here. So in this box, that's the only number not blocked by the 7 here. We are left with 2 and a 3, right? 2 and a 3 here. We don't have 2 or 3. So the 2 will block these 2 squares here, and we don't yet have a 2 in this box. So that's got to be our 2. Over here will be 1 and 8, neither of which we can find just yet. But we can get this number, right? We must be able to get this number because we can work out what's missing here and what's missing here, and that will just leave us with 1 we don't know. So what's missing here? 2 and 3, okay? And what's missing here? 1 and 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a 9. Of course, you could have been saying, hey, guess what? Look, there's a 9 blocking this column here. Row here, sorry, I should say. And you would have been right, of course. Because very often in Sudoku, there are multiple ways to come up with a solution, not just one way. All right. Okay, so missing from this column now is 1. But we have a 1 right here blocking this one here. And so that's our 1, and the last number in this segment is now 8, and the last number in this column is now 8. If you count through, you'll find it's an 8. So 8's not quite as bad now. In fact, we can see 8 blocking here, 8 blocking down here, and so we've placed another 8. So from our just having 1 digit, we've caught up a bit. Coffee time, I think. Right. What's missing down here? 7 and 9 missing from this box here. 9 blocking here. So there's our 9 and there's our 7. Now we've got the 7 here, blocks along this row, 7 blocking here, 7 blocking down here. So just a standard technique, nothing tricky here. We're not doing anything fancy, no technically tricky Sudoku logic necessary at this stage. We never know, we might need it later, but right now we're not using it any, I should say. Okay, let's find out what else is missing. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this central area here. See what's missing. Well, down here is a 1 and a 1. That's ones we don't know. 2s are here or here. That's not really helpful. 3s are here or here. And over here, that's not very helpful either just yet. 4, 5. 5, that's going to help us, I think. Right, so this 5 is blocking this column here. 5 is blocking this row. So 5 has to appear here or here, right? So when it does, it's going to block here. So this 5 blocks this square. The 5 pair that we don't know yet is going to block here. And this 5 is going to block down here. So blocked across, and down there. So that's a 5 here. We also need to fit a 5 here or here, right? Now I'm going to show you something useful, I think. If you are new to Sudoku, if you've played it a few times, you probably know this already. But anyway, like this. So look here, we have 5, 8, 5, 8. 5, 5. Forget the 8s for the moment, they're not important. We have 5 and 5 candidates, and you'll notice that it's not allowed, or we don't have a 5 candidate for this bottom row here. And here we have a 5 and 5 as candidates, and again, not in the bottom row. So we only have, we have this chute, okay, along here. If you think about this bottom section here, we have 5 and 5 not in the lower row, in this box and this box. So in this remaining box, the 5 will have to appear in the bottom row, won't it? It's got to be either here or here. But guess what? We have an intersecting 5 here, so we can place this 5 right there. And now that we do that, we bring it back up this column, this 5 down this column, and we can place a 5 there. Oh, it's such an easy game to play once you get the idea. And it doesn't take long, believe me. Missing numbers in this column are 1, 6 and 8. 1, 6 and 8, but we have a 6 blocking here and a 6 blocking here, so that's got to be a 6 right there. Now do we see that? 6 blocking along here, 6 blocking along here. That's our 6 remaining there. And 6 blocking down this column here, so that's a 6 there. One number to get, it's a 3 going there. What did I say was missing here now? I've forgotten. 1 and 8, is it? 1 and 8 are missing, yeah. But we don't have any intersecting 1s or 8s just yet, so we will leave that for the moment and come back to what are the missing numbers here? 1 and 3 missing from here in this segment, but look, an intersecting 3, so that's our 3 there, that's our 1 there. 2 numbers missing this way. 1, we don't have a 2, can we tell? No. 3, 4, 5, we don't have a 6 yet, but guess what? Here's a 6. So 6 goes there and the 2 goes here. What's left here now? 1 and 8. Do we have any 1s or 8s intersecting? No. Oh dear. No 1s, no 8s. Alright. What does it mean? It means I should look somewhere else. What's missing from this column here now? It's going to be 1 and 8, isn't it? So 1 and 8, there must be something else I'm missing. 2, is it? Yeah, okay. So this 2 blocks this square here, this 2 blocks this square here, though. So that's a 2 there. That's better. Give us 1 and 8 matching pairs up there. Now we've got this 2. We had a pair of 2 or 1 here, so that's our 2, that's our 1. Now we have 2 as a pair here or here. It's not doing a great deal just yet. Let's see if we can do any more without filling in the remaining candidates, all of these 1s and 8s that are missing. What's going on here? 1, do we have a 2 yet? No, we have 2. Oh, sorry, 2 is here or here, right? Okay. 2, what's the other missing number here? 3, is it? This is 2 or 3. Okay, so yeah, 3. 3. Okay, so we have 3 blocking along here and 3 blocking down here, so that's a 3 there. So then clearly this 3 blocks that square, so that's our 3. That's our 2, the last number there. This is 2, the last remaining number in this column. This 1 blocks these 2 squares, that's our 1, or you could count through this column and see which one is missing. Oh, now we can do all of our 1s and 8s. If you remember, these are all 1s and 8s missing, okay? So the 1, this is a 1 or an 8 here, so clearly that's an 8 and that's a 1. This is a 1 or an 8, so that's our 8 and that's our 1. This is a 1 or an 8, so that's got to be an 8, and this is our 1. Over here we had a pair of 8 or 5, so that's our 8 and that's our 5. Here we had a pair of 5s, that's our 5. And so 7 is the last number. Let's just check through and make sure I didn't make any mistakes, because it can certainly happen to anyone, I believe. And I am not seeing any. I believe that's a perfect Sudoku. So, if you did it as quickly as me or faster than me, congratulations. If you did it more slowly, don't worry. It's not really about speed, it's about the pleasure of actually solving the puzzle. And please subscribe to our channel, my channel, and other Sudoku channels, and enjoy Sudoku, enjoy life in peace, logic and harmony, if those 3 things can go together. And tomorrow should be expert level day, so we look forward to that, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye bye.